Peace, this is Brother Hatim, and you have joined us on Giami Journey Radio. Be sure to check out our site and subscribe at tribe.giamijourney.com.
All my brothers and sisters, hold hands and bow your heads. Let us pray. God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth amongst the gods. How long will you judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? I say, defend the poor and the fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and the needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of court. I have said, ye are God, and all of you are children of the Most High. But you shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. Allahu Akbar.
This is Kadara Franks, and you are now listening to the Giami Journey Radio.
Keep up with the journey. Check out what we have done in the past. Go to journeyarchives.com.
This is Adnan Sheik, aka Ace, live from Shisha Lounge, and you are now listening to Giami Journey Radio.
Be sure to follow Giami Journey on Facebook, Google+, and Twitter. Check us out. Join the journey.
This is Adnan Sheik, aka Ace, live from Shisha Lounge, and you are now listening to Giami Journey Radio.
You are now listening to Giami Journey Radio with Monica. Enjoy.
This is Melina, and this is Giami Journey Radio.
This is Willie. Welcome to Giami Journey Radio. I want to give shout out to Silver Kevin, all my Silver Nation out there. I want to give shout out to my mom. I want to give shout out to my dad for raising me and my family for being around me. And I want to give shout out to the people of my generation that's trying to do something big.
This is Cleveland, and you're listening to Giami Journey Radio.
Peace, Hotep. It's Mansour Hotep, aka Mr. Deity. Mr. Deity, does it sound good? I think it sounds great. Right now, you listening to Giami Journey Radio.
If you're not adding anything to the culture that you claim, you don't deserve to carry his name. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live, and you are now listening to the Giami Journey Radio. Shouts out to the Giami tribe, Giami family. Stand up. Peace. If you're not adding anything to the culture that you claim, you don't deserve to carry this name. This is Brother Hatem coming at you live, and you are now listening to the Gianni Journey Radio. Shouts out to Gianni Tribe, Gianni family. Stand up.
And you are now listening to Gianni Journey Radio. Peace.
This is Gina. And you are now
you listen to my daddy.
on Gianni
Journey
Radio. Peace.
Peace.
This is Brother Hatem.
You are now listening to Gianni Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.
Yep, this is Brother Hatem, and you are live on Gianni Journey. I'm podcasting live, of course, from the Shisha Lounge. They show me anything else, and I'm just kicking it here, and I'm pissed off because I know that my signal is dropping and it's live 1 minute and it's not. So I need to make this show quick, because I'm having a lot of issues. My mom always told me and my sister that we were delayed, not slow academically, because I was never really slow academically, but life would reward us in our later lives. And at first I was kind of upset and disgruntled by this, but I understand, because if I would have received the blessings of some of the shit that I was doing when I was younger, I would have fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? If I had blown up, if I had 100,000 listeners at 42, you know what I'm saying, at 35, at 28, if I had a bunch of followers, I would have fucked up royally. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking on his YouTube and I'm getting pissed the fuck off, and I'm so glad that I'm not involved in a lot of that bullshit that's going on. See, let me explain to you why I'm mad. For the last couple of days I've been on just watching some YouTube videos, and I got off the usual track of what I was listening to, and I started listening to some of my people in the conscious community, and I started noticing some of the Facebook shit that was going on as far as motherfuckers sharing their feelings. Now there's a rule that I have with all those that's in Gianni Tribe. We don't beef on Facebook, we don't beef on YouTube, we don't beef on Twitter, because all that shit is admissible to court. You know what I'm saying? Because there's something that my elders warned me about years ago that I think a lot of motherfuckers really forget. And I think because of my delayedness in really catching on to a lot of shit, I think it saved me from a lot of craziness. Because there's this thing called the cointel program. We're going to talk about it a little bit, but this cointel program never died, because the whole purpose of it was to see, the whole purpose of the COINTELPRO was designed to crush the rise of the next black messiah. Anybody that could electrify the masses and get them active. Because what happens is when an individual is able to motivate, black people especially, able to motivate the masses, they are able to control their political views, they are able to control their economic views, they are able to control their spiritual views. When that Messiah arrives, he is going to point out the bullshit that is going on in America.
You know what I'm saying? And if they point out the bullshit that's going on in America, motherfuckers will divest. They will stop being consumers and learn to become producers and start trading among themselves. And once they start trading among themselves, this whole shit will change. You understand? Because listen, segregation didn't end because of the moral factor. The moral factor played a role. Segregation ended mainly on that economic factor because there was wealth in the black community and they wanted to get their hands on some of that wealth. This is my view. You disagree with me? I don't, but I really don't matter because this is my show. You know what I'm saying? Because you start fucking with people's money. My fault. I need a soundtrack for this shit. I need a soundtrack. I'm sorry. I'm pissed off. You know what I'm saying? This right here is Ancestry Flow from Ancestor Flow Part 2 from my man, Mr. Deity. You know, I'm going to be flowing over this track because I'm kind of pissed off right now, man. I've been watching YouTube as I was telling you, and I'm seeing the comments and I'm seeing beefs being brewed between individuals in the conscious community, and I'm even seeing motherfuckers saying that they're not part of the conscious community, and it's kind of bothering me because now consciousness is getting the bad rap. When consciousness means nothing but being awake. You know what I'm saying? For a motherfucker to say that they're not involved in the conscious community means that you are still asleep. You know what I'm saying? You are still asleep. Now, and let me go into the cointel program. All right, let's talk about this shit just a little bit because now, the cointel program was designed by J. Edgar Hoover and his associates to stop the rise of the next black messiah, of the next messiah in America, right? Because like I said, that once that messiah rises, once that individual or that group rises, you know what I'm saying? Because they want to stop that shit, period. Once that individual rises, they're going to change the mind state of the masses. Not just black masses, because black people have the influence to change the world. And we don't take advantage of that shit. We constantly thinking that that we supposed to be following the world, but no, we set the trends. That's what a lot of motherfuckers don't understand. That's the power of hip hop. But I digress. So let's look at the cointel program. And I need y'all to understand this, and I'm so glad that I'm delayed and I'm so slow on some shit. Understand this about the cointel program. You know what I'm saying? Because one, they got to keep, in order for capitalism to exist, you always got to have motherfuckers that are consumers. You got to have motherfuckers that's not thinking. Bottom rule of capitalism, you got to have motherfuckers that's consuming. Everybody can't be a producer. I understand. I ain't gonna knock your hustle. I'm not gonna knock the hustle. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna say is this. Those of us that's wise enough, those of us that are conscious enough to realize this shit, we need to know when we playing into this bullshit. Because what start to happen is we start playing into it, not realizing that we are setting up the next assassination for the black community. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me. Listen, this is how cointel works. See, because we honestly think that they would take time to train a motherfucker just to infiltrate one of our organizations. They don't have to do that. Understand that the CIA and FBI is not run by James Bond type motherfuckers. We think everybody got these agents. You know what I'm saying? These agents like 007. That's some bullshit. I'm here to tell you. That's some bullshit. Everybody in the CIA and FBI, a majority of the motherfuckers are nerds. Let me tell you what type of nerds they are. They will go to places and they will find the best students. They will find motherfuckers that can put puzzles together, 1,000-piece puzzle together in 15 minutes. They will go to places and find motherfuckers to take a little bit of something and be able to build up upon it. These are nerds that are in love with what they do, right? So we think that they are sending in these James Bond type motherfuckers into our organizations. No. All they got to do is get teeny-weeny bits of information. Y'all motherfuckers are sitting up here looking for a motherfucking agent, calling people a motherfucking agent. When these motherfuckers don't have to hire agents no more, all they gotta do is follow your timeline and put together a map of everything that you're doing because you're telling on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's good for black folks, especially, to shut your goddamn mouth on social media. Post some positive shit. Post some shit that's gonna teach motherfuckers about their history, about their culture, that's gonna wake motherfuckers up and stop getting into these little petty arguments about bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck whether you're a Hebrew, a Moor, a Christian, a Muslim, you know what I'm saying? Just an African spiritual or just a nigga. Stop the beef over some bullshit, because that's how they get us. Because look, all you got to do right now, they ain't even have to send nobody into the organization. All they got to do is take a name, post that shit on Facebook, put some history behind it, and then they could just throw up, well, did you hear such and such said this about you? Stop caring about that shit. Y'all need to really stop caring about that shit, because now I'm seeing motherfuckers in my community that are my peers that are falling subject to the same traps that was laid for my elders and some of my ancestors, dude. You know what I'm saying? I thank God that I had a brother like No More X in my life to be able to slap me into reality when I start tripping. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop it. It's just getting stupid, right? And this is taking us away from the real struggle. The real struggle is to wake up ourselves and wake up our people to increase our knowledge so that we could improve on our actions, because our actions are speaking to our children, and our children are our future. Not the right now. I don't give a fuck what nobody think about me. You know what I'm saying? My shit has been proven. My shit has been set in stone. I have been struggling. I've been working to make sure that I'm able to build for all those that are around me. And motherfuckers that want to check that, you go and get them. You can check my track record. The point that I'm trying to make is, in cointel, there is no James Bonds. There are no what's that little white boy who they had the movie about, Jason Bournes. They don't need that for us. All they got to do is take a little bit of information from certain individuals. They interview certain individuals. They don't even have to send an FBI agent. They don't have to send a CIA agent. They just send certain motherfuckers to find out information, because people want to share. And they share information, and they're able to take a little bit of information from person A, and a little bit of information from person B, and a little bit of information from person C, D, E, and F. And by the time they get done, they have a complete puzzle. And we think that they're sending in agents. They don't have to send in agents. We are going to self-destruct, because they'll take the little bit of information that they have and they will plant seeds of discourse between us. And we got to be wise enough to get that. And I hope that some of y'all that's out there listening, and some of y'all that's involved in other organizations, will be wise enough to pull my tail, because I'm liable to get caught up in some bullshit real soon. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm podcasting on a regular basis. But we got to stop this, because I'm seeing so much good work. And you don't even have to agree with all the work that's being done, but I'm seeing motherfuckers supporting each other and no longer supporting each other because of this little minor ass shit that motherfuckers is posting. And then people who with good intentions, they think, are sending emails in between people to keep the beat going. You know what I'm saying? They don't need agents no more. We'll destroy ourselves. Now, another piece I want to hit on, because like I said, I'm making this one quick so that I get out, because I wasn't able to do it yesterday because I wasn't feeling that well. The whole Ferguson piece. Now, you know, they had the 2 police officers get shot, and I want us to really look at that. I want us to put on our bullshit lenses. You know what I'm saying? The lenses that prevent the bullshit from getting in our eyes, so that we can clean off the lenses and really see what's going on. Now, we got a motherfucking sniper, supposedly, or somebody that was able to shoot 2 police officers and only wound these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking cointel. I mean, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking somebody that's trying to promote discord between the police officers and the motherfuckers in Ferguson, so that they can get something jumping off, because if it jumps off in Ferguson, you know it's going to jump off everywhere else. I'm just being honest with you, because it's a focal point. So if shit jump off there, it's going to jump off everywhere else. So we got some individuals that are interested in getting this end of the world scenario going. And this brings me to my next point. We have to really, really, really take the time to step back and check some of the mythologies. And I said it, mythologies that some of us are following. Some of us are following mythologies that demand that the world comes to an end. So we are striving. We are striving and waiting for the world to come to an end. But I want you to think about this. If you are getting a dose of the end of the world syndrome every Sunday, and your child is getting a dose of the end of the world syndrome every Sunday, right? And then you're making your child go to school so that they can prepare for their future, but every Sunday, the person that y'all supposed to look up into the community is telling them that they need to prepare their soul, because you never know when Jesus is coming back, or you never know when the Mahdi is coming. You know what I'm saying? That the end of the world is coming, and we have to prepare for the end of the world. You don't think that's a contradiction that is confusing not only yourself, but it's confusing the fuck out your children? We need to really look at the mythologies we use. Listen, because you can call it religion, you can call it whatever you want, but this is where I'm at. Listen, stories are excellent. They could set us up for a beautiful future, but stories are a double-edged sword. They could set us up for a critical and horrible downfall. How the fuck are you supposed to be preparing me for a future that may not exist? I could wake up tomorrow and everybody's caught up in a rapture, or I could wake up tomorrow and the Mahdi is chopping off motherfuckers' head. You know what I'm saying? We need to make up our mind in the black community, because the spirituality or the spiritual stories that we are using may be guiding us towards turning this place that we are living in into a living hell. And we really need to really focus on that, because that's causing, we're causing confusion with our children. If the world is about to end, listen, I want you to do this. If the world is about to end, and you believe that Jesus or the Mahdi or whatever the fuck you believe in is coming back tomorrow, and within this lifetime, within your lifetime, stop saving for retirement. Yeah, I said it. Buy you a piece of land and start farming. Pull yourself totally out of society and move somewhere so you can demonstrate to your children the lifestyle that you have. But don't be involved in this bullshit, in this system, and telling your children that they have to go to school so that they can have a brighter future, but then on Sunday you're telling them that they need to get their souls ready because Jesus is about to come in the world. That's a contradiction, and our children are wrestling with this. I see it every day where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? They're wrestling with this. Why do I have to go to school? I mean, the future, there's no future. You know what I'm saying? According to my pastor said, but I had kids, they tell it to me. Say this to me. You know what I'm saying? The end of the world is coming, so why do I need to prepare for anything else? And I'm sitting up like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? So we really need to be careful about what we're teaching our children. You know what I'm saying? Because our children have the capabilities as well as ourselves. I just don't want to take, but our children especially have the ability to shape their own future. You don't find it strange that out of all of the institutions in human endeavors, the only one that hasn't changed in the last 2,000 to 4,000 years is the religious institution. You don't find something wrong with that? I mean, you don't see anything wrong with that? Let me say this. Christian doctrine, Islamic doctrine, all these doctrines were created when motherfuckers thought that the world was flat. They thought that the earth was the center of the universe. A lot of them thought that the sun rotated around the earth. You know what I'm saying? And that there was that any disease you got was caused by a demon. You know what I'm saying? It was very limited knowledge. So this is where those myths come from. And I'm not saying that we can't learn something from the myths. But what I'm saying is, if the institution has not changed in 2,000 years, and we don't even have the sense to step back and question it and take it to the next level, what's wrong with us? You know what I'm saying? We're so scared, and we're stopping our own progress. And this ain't just for black people, that's for white people. We got white people in power right now who believe that some type of end-of-the-world scenario is supposed to be coming. It's supposed to be coming, and it's supposed to come in our lifetime. And they are running the world as if there's no tomorrow. They're running the world as if the world is supposed to end tomorrow, and they're banking on it, and they're doing shit in the Middle East to make sure that shit happens. Come on, man. Come on, man. What type of future, what type of model are we setting for our kids? Nobody wants to address this shit. Nobody wants to talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? But that bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't submit my kids to that shit. My personal, the ones that's in my life, I can't submit them to that shit, because I let them know that we will either have a heaven on earth or hell on earth, determined on where they go, determined on how they think, determined on what they learn, determined on what they bring to the world. You wonder why a lot of your children are running to the streets, because the old systems we have tell them that everything we do is fucked up, it's wrong. You're going ahead for it. You know what I'm saying? I told myself a long time ago, even though I don't necessarily believe in it, but I told myself this. With the technology that I have today, if I do not reach 10 times the amount of people that Marcus Garvey reached in his lifetime, delivering a powerful and positive message, I deserve to go to hell. We got all this media. Some of you motherfuckers got 1 million motherfuckers as friends on Facebook and talking about your motherfucking fucked up relationships and twerking your ass and talking about, I mean, it's just ridiculous to me. Some of you motherfuckers got all types of hits on YouTube for silly shit. And we wonder why the black man and black woman in this world is not really respected. I know y'all usually don't hear me talk like this, but this shit is getting ridiculous to me. You know what I'm saying? They don't need a cointel program. I know this shit is still running, but they basically took over the shit that they know is going to influence us, and now we're just doing the shit on our own. We're on autopilot. They ain't even got to check on us no more. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's out there telling the truth. We're believing in old shit. We're doing old shit. We're doing trifling shit. So who the fuck in the world is concerned about us? You know what I'm saying? We ain't even concerned about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We haven't even realized that we don't even live in communities no more. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, listen, this is what fucks me up. The only people that practice regular individualism in America is black folks. The only people that truly believe in democracy in America is black folks. This is my opinion. This is my pissed off Saturdays, and I'm going to share this shit. Listen to me. Listen, we the only ones that believe that everybody else is practicing democracy. So when we get in organizations, we want to practice democracy. You know what they used to call democracy in Rome? Rule by the mob. The mob could be this way one day and that way the next. We never ran our shit like that. Never. You know what I'm saying? You look at all the African civilizations, and you had a king, but that king had a council of motherfuckers that was plugged in, and that council would give him advice. Those wise individuals give him advice on what direction to go. You know what I'm saying? Just like the church is set up, that's how we used to run our shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all might not want to hear that, but that's basically how we run our shit. Ain't that how the United States is ran? You have a president who is, for all intents and purposes, a king for 4 years. We just elect that motherfucker every 4 years. It's the same shit. Yeah, but he has the Congress and the Senate to balance him out. Yeah, but he got certain shit that he can do, that he has the power to do without them. We done seen that shit over the last 32 years. Come on now. I mean, you really can't see this? You really can't see this. So we give these organizations, everybody feel they should have a voice. Motherfucker earn a voice. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like I said, in Giami, I got ranks. You know what I'm saying? So everybody don't get to talk in my shit. I'm going to hear everybody out because I'm the hot team, the nice guy. But when it comes down, look, if you have not shown as a male or a female that you have earned the right to speak, because everybody, that's why we have rites of passage, because everybody at 18 didn't become a man. Some motherfuckers was condemned to eternal childhood because they could not make it through the ranks. But nobody want to talk about that shit either. Everybody don't graduate. Everybody don't get to claim that the fact that they're a man or a woman. Some people are condemned to childhood for the rest of their life, and they get the boons of childhood. Nigga, you get to run around here happy-go-lucky. You know what I'm saying? But don't come in here talking about you got a voice when it's time to make a major decision for the nation or for the tribe. You don't get a voice. If you haven't proved yourself, if you haven't shown your maturity, if you haven't shown that you got the best interest of our tribe, of our community, of our nation, you don't get a motherfucking voice. You know what I'm saying? We're the only ones that practice democracy. So a fool will come up in one of our organizations and just be piping off shit that they done read, shit that they ain't even experienced, shit that they ain't even tried, and fuck up your whole shit. You know, because we on that shit. And then this whole rugged, this rugged individual, America was not built by rugged individuals. America was built by groups of motherfuckers that saw shit similar enough that they could argue about the money after they got that shit. I'm just saying because I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that all people can build. But if I don't make sure that my people can do it first, because we the model, you know what I'm saying? I got motherfuckers right now walking around sagging. They ain't black. I got motherfuckers walking around calling themselves niggas. They ain't black. That's from the result of these motherfuckers trying to plug into us. So I know the influence of my people. I know the influence of the shit that we create. So if I don't get us straight, I can't get nobody else straight. I can't talk about success because I'm sitting up here, I'm surrounded by motherfuckers who believe that they are supposed to just receive shit because they was born. Nah, dog. You get food, clothing, and shelter. That's it. You ain't got no say-so. I got teenagers that believe they're supposed to have a say-so in their families, in their family's life. Where else is that shit allowed? Where? Where's a child allowed to dictate the agenda of a family? Where? I'm on the radio. What's up?
What's it? A long time ago, you gave me the title to an app. You know about free books.
LibriVox. Excuse me, I got a break. Let me take a break real quick. This brother High Tim coming at you live. Go ahead.
Now listening to Giami Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.
We all have African names, and so many brothers and sisters have yet to progress to that level. They may not understand that where they got their slave name from in the first place. Again, how important is it to embrace an African name? I'm a late arrival, I must confess. Perhaps your parents gave you an African name at birth. Is that not correct? Indeed. Now, how important, how difficult was that for you, being raised in the African American community with an African name when a lot of your friends walk around with Barrys and Joes and Susans and everything?
I believe that the New African Panthers are about serious freedom, really reaching out and embracing serious freedom. If you truly want serious freedom and serious liberation, if you want to have self-determination, how can you do that with the name that somebody else gave you? You know what I'm saying? The name from a person who didn't even respect you. You know, so when my mother gave me Tupac, I felt as though she literally liberated me at birth, cut the ties off me at birth, and set me free. You know, set me on the path to righteousness. And with Tupac, growing up with that name, you know, when I was a kid, I did stupid stuff. You know, what's your name, Joe? I didn't want that bright star within me, you know. But now I embrace it because it gives you captive. You know, every time I say, what is your name, Tupac? I have to say, what does it mean? You know what I'm saying? Why is that there? And it's good. It gives me a chance to express myself and express what I'm about, what I'm gonna do. With a name like Joe, who cares what it means? You know what I'm saying? If it means nothing, Joe Schmo. You know what I'm saying? So it comes. What it does actually is liberate you and lets everybody know that you're breaking those chains that this whole society has put on you when you came here. They gave you the wrong. They gave you a wrong religion, your wrong name, wrong. You know, switched everything around and put you in a society. So basically, I think that I'm not trying to put anybody down if your name is Joe. I'm sorry, but
or if it was Joe.
Yeah, if it was Joe. But on the strength, it should shock you. It should make you feel depressed, and it should make you feel bad inside walking around with some other person's name. You need to drop that and liberate yourself and really pick your name up, because they told you your name was stupid when you came here. That's a dumb sounding name. You know what I'm saying? And so now you okay, Joe, Jay, you know, so pick it up. You know what I'm saying? It's about that time. It's about that time. It's not all about just having an African name, because I met this sister, you know, she said, my name is, you know, Jody, but I want an African name, you know, because it's the end thing now to be positive. But don't just get an African name, get an African brain, you know what I'm saying? It's all about educating yourself first, you know, don't walk around with that name if you can't defend the ideals, and if you don't even know your culture, you know what I'm saying? So it's not all about just being, you know, Akanyeli or Tupac or Yankee, it's all about money or whatever. Right. It's all about having the brain to back up the name.
And also, we could extend that to the wearing now of Africans. Yeah, you know, and a lot of brothers don't even. My own son, and I can't even, you know, throw stones without letting him come home. He wanted one, and I say, son, can you name me 10 countries? He could. So he didn't get one until he at least named me 10 out of the 26 that exist. So it's important, again, that we know and recognize who we are as Africans before we, again, can embrace that whole philosophy. But that's a good point, and it's well taken, hopefully, by a lot of brothers and sisters out there who are still walking around with the slave master's name and refuse to give it up for one reason or another. And I guess that brings me to my whole point about throwing off the shackles of Americanism.
Mr. Deity.
This brother Tim, I'm back on air. I was talking to a brother, and we're going to keep it popping, y'all know.
You are now listening to This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.
And it opens you up to a whole lot of stuff. Right now I'm having a conversation with a brother that I met at the hookah shop. He did a reading for me. You know what I'm saying? He into symbols and stuff. So we was discussing some good applications. And the application that he was asking me about is one that y'all out there might be interested in. It's LibriVox.org. And it's basically a book. I ain't gonna even say a book club, but basically they started putting books on this application for people who were blind. So what they started doing was they would read the books so that people that couldn't see could get these old books. So you got all these old books that are for free that you go and listen to. You know what I'm saying? You can download and listen to and get a whole bunch of old school books. Alright, so go and check that out. But now I'm about to really piss some of y'all off. I got to blow up those old paradigms, so I'm going to drop the bomb again, and then I'm going to get up off the air. It's this thing called white supremacy that I have to attack right now, right? And I want you to bear me out, right? Because some of y'all say that shit don't exist, and in a sense I agree with you. But in another sense I have to totally disagree with you. I have to hit on white supremacy, and I need us, at least those that are awake enough to listen to what I'm saying. Wake up and listen to me. It's not a matter of white supremacy. We need to call it what it is. It is basically the white, what's the word that I'm looking for? Inferiority complex. You know what I'm saying? They feel inferior. So these motherfuckers got to act like they running shit. Let me tell you something, man. European history is an event, is full of some of the luckiest events in history. These motherfuckers are not supreme. These motherfuckers are opportunists, basically. You know what I'm saying? And we need to start recognizing this. It's not about superiority is about inferiority, and we need to start mentioning that. We need to start talking about that a little bit more, because a motherfucker that actually feels superior is basically like the bullies that a lot of y'all used to have to face on the playground, right? That bully, you found out that after you whipped his ass, if you was lucky enough like me, that this motherfucker came from a fucked up home, and in order to feel good about himself, he had to beat you up, or he had to bully you, or he had to always have a negative comment about you. If you take time to find out about the bullies, I'm one of those that talk to a motherfucker after I whoop him, or after we get in a fight and I make the motherfucker never want to fight me again. So when we're talking about the superiority, we need to stop hyping these motherfuckers' egos up, because there's nothing superior about them motherfuckers. See, because they look, listen, I got motherfuckers, because think about it. You got a motherfucker that's looking at a group of individuals that because the kids get out and play, these motherfuckers can run faster than a grown man. These children, because of the stress they have been under, they're able to learn faster than everybody else. It ain't a matter of that natural talent, and that's something else, because that's that inferiority complex. Because I got to tell you, your abilities are natural. That you will have a natural talent for some shit, rather than having you recognize the work that you put in. Because I got to tell y'all, and I'm gonna get on this shit as often as possible. A lot of you motherfuckers out there that's listening to me, a lot of you fatherfuckers that's out there listening to me, a lot of you people that's out there listening to me right now, your whole life, you have been told that you are naturally talented, and every time I get opportunity, I'm smashing that shit. Because everything that you are good at in some form or fashion in your life, you had time to work on that shit. Period. Erase that natural talent shit out your mind. If you are fast, it ain't because you are naturally fast, it's because your young ass got out there and ran when you was little. If you are naturally smart, it's because you was able, in the stress of the poverty that you probably was in, was able to look at people's faces and be able to read their expressions, and be able to read when danger was coming, and be able to read the moods of other people, and be able to read into what the stories on the TV was telling you. And because you did all that reading and it was fun, you didn't realize that you was working towards getting your ass through the 4th grade. Or getting you towards the grade you're in right now. You work on that shit. Ain't shit natural about any of the thing that you can do. That's an inferior motherfucker, a jealous motherfucker looking at your skills, and to belittle what you have, they tell you that there's a natural talent. That's bullshit. Period. And I need us to mix that. We need to mix this what they call it, white supremacy shit. That's white inferiority. A lot of these motherfuckers feel inferior, especially motherfuckers in charge, so they tell you that you have a natural talent, and they hype us up with this system of white supremacy where they try to make everything is their lack of what you have, their lack of supremacy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even supreme. When a motherfucker have to say that they supreme, when a motherfucker practice supremacy, what they showing you is that I'm so lacking in other parts of my life that I have to destroy you so that I can feel good. Is that superior? No. That's an angry bully. That's an angry motherfucker that's in power right now. It's not the superior about it. It's the positioning. You know what I'm saying? So when you start changing that view and you start calling it what it is, a white inferiority complex, I can't say it, I got big lips, so y'all got to excuse me. Some of y'all who have a better command of the English language can say it better than me. But the point I'm trying to make, when you start calling it what it is, then you snatch the ego power from them. Because we got to start calling people on it. Stop feeling inferior. You know what I'm saying? You have natural, you have gifts. You have shit that you done worked on. You got skills. You know what I'm saying? You know, what's the issue? Point out where the deficit at. Because we all can point out where Western society is fucked up at. We need to be letting motherfuckers know. It ain't about no supremacy. These motherfuckers is lacking in certain aspects, so they hype up the aspects that they're powerful at. Look, don't go with. I mean, cause think about this. This is how a bully thinks. If I can't talk you down, I'm gonna knock you down. Isn't that American foreign policy? That's a bully. You know what I'm saying? That's an inferior bully. Somebody who has nothing to rely on but their physical force. A lot of y'all are in relationships right now with motherfucker people that are inferior. But because they have physical might over you, they think that they are superior to you. And they use their physical might to make you feel inferior, but you got to break up out that shit. Break up out that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody that's trying to force their views on you is something deep inside. I mean, look at some of the people that they're trying to proselytize their way. They're trying to convince you, because if they convince you, then that means that what they're doing is true. But an individual that is secure in who they are, secure in what they believe in, they don't give a fuck whether or not you believe what they if they believe that they had the truth, they know that everybody's going to come to it eventually. So they're not even trying to change motherfuckers. Look at traditional spiritual systems. You didn't have Native Americans trying to change Europeans to their religious belief. You didn't have Africans trying to change Europeans to their beliefs. You didn't have a lot of Chinese people trying to change motherfuckers to their beliefs. But the whole Western civilization is based on going out, and the way that they prove that their system is right, the way that they prove that whether it's their political system, their economic system, or their spiritual system, is that they force it on other motherfuckers. And when through force, when you accept it, they prove that they shit is superior. They need other motherfuckers kowtow to them to prove that they shit is real, to prove that they shit is legit, to prove that they are superior. A true motherfucker that's above all this don't need motherfuckers to bow to him. Let's keep it real. Now, I'm pissed off. I'm sorry. I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? I really can't help it. You know what I'm saying? So keep your eyes on this Ferguson shit. Oh, last piece. You know, because I'm thinking that either it's outside agitators, you know what I'm saying, from other countries that's trying to get some shit jumping off, or, you know, other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know a lot of black hunters that would be that accurate to shoot across and shoot a motherfucker in the face but not kill him, and shoot a motherfucker in the arm and get 2 shots off before the police mowed this motherfucker down. Come on now. They got to the building and they didn't catch nobody? Come on now. Come on now. But now the last piece I'm going to say is this. This is where the inferiority comes, right? Right? Now, a motherfucker that truly believe that they are superior won't take the time to blame other motherfuckers for their problems. So I'm looking at this racial fraternity chant. I can't remember the name of the fraternity, right? And the chant that they had. And the first thing that comes out of the right wing on their radio shows and their TV shows is that hip hop or rap is what convinced these young people that it was okay to do this shit. Now, a superior motherfucker would have said, look, we're going to check our kids. Them motherfuckers was wrong. You know what I'm saying? They obviously got that shit from home. That's what a superior motherfucker. So I'm going to take responsibility. We as adults, we're going to take responsibility for the stupidness of our young people. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to check them motherfuckers so y'all don't never have to worry about that. But no, the first thing they do in this white inferiority is start blaming other motherfuckers, right? They blaming rap, right? You know what I'm saying? Black people, we do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? We need to take responsibility for our children acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? I had to leave work Friday because I had found out some stuff about my son that really bothered me about what he did. You know what I'm saying? So because I work in the school where my son is at, I didn't want to embarrass him any further by going off in the school. You know what I'm saying? But it's not the school's fault that he did what he did. It's not the system's fault that he did what he did. It's not his uncles in the school's fault that he did what he did. It's mine and it's my fault that he did what he did. And I had to wrestle with that shit. And that shit fucked me up so bad that I was not able to do a Freestyle Friday because I got to figure out how can I convince my child that what he's doing and the path that he's going on is going to be detrimental to himself. And I'm so glad that I caught it at 9 years old. But I can't blame nobody else. I got to take responsibility for that because he got that from me. For example, I remember that in first grade, I was talking to a first grade teacher, and the first grade teacher told me that one time when she was teaching a math lesson, they had the little boards on the table, and he was doing his work. He was looking at the board while she was teaching the class. He made a mistake. And he said, "Oh shit, I'm in front of the whole class and erased the board." And she looked at me, and I could do nothing but laugh. You know, so she said, "Why are you laughing?" Because I know exactly where he got that from. I'll take care of it. I talk with him on, there's no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Because "oh shit" is a common term in my vocabulary. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't get that from nowhere. He ain't get that from TV. He ain't get that from the music. He got that from me. I'm taking responsibility for that. And I'm saying this to all those motherfuckers out there that want to blame hip-hop for their children's problems. I'm saying that to all the motherfuckers that want to blame other motherfuckers for your children's problem. Your children's problems are a reflection of you. And until you step up to the plate and deal with your problems and then talk with your children, you always going to have an issue. You know what I'm saying? So stop blaming the system. Stop blaming white inferiority, because that's exactly what it is. And you need to paint that picture for your children. They don't like you because they are truly inferior. They fear the possibilities of you being able to go to a school and learning shit faster than them. They fear the possibility that you have physical abilities that if you develop them, you're going to go beyond them. That's what it's all about. So stop calling it supremacy. We give these here. Take this. We give these fucked up labels to this shit, these big labels to shit, and don't really break that shit down. Our kids need to know this shit is about inferiority. So what you have to do is continue to get better. You know what I'm saying? The world is not ending. You know what I'm saying? And we are moving into a new reality, and you need to start training yourself. Not to go to college to get a motherfucking job, but to create jobs. You need to come out of high school being able to create jobs. If you want to make sure that your community and that you and your family are going to prosper in the future. We're not being honest with our kids. But this is Brother Hatim. I'm pissed off. You know what I'm saying? I'm pissed off. So stop the beefing on Facebook. Stop the beefing on Twitter. Stop the beefing with the text messages. Stop the beefing with the YouTubes. Stop giving these motherfuckers information to use against us and get motherfuckers that's really getting enough views to really affect some change in our community. Y'all beefing amongst each other. That's some bullshit. Let's just kill that shit. I'm pissed off. This Brother Hatim, and I'm out.